What's cracking, cousin? It's your favorite cousin, Can here at the Lighthouse. This is the Divine Feminine headquarters, and yes, this is your favorite cousin, Can from the YouTube channel, Can Be the Light. I know many of you are like, Can, where you been? What's been going on? Well, I took 3 years off from work to work on myself, so no relationship, no job, no business, no nothing, just strictly working on myself, and I have been guided to come back and help a powerful community of women that are deciding to do the same thing, no longer working hard, releasing all toxicity from your life, and connecting to your true divine feminine identity. I will be here every week, every Monday, with spiritual guidance for you ladies. I'm so excited to work with you, and congratulations to the new you. Hey cousin, it's your favorite cousin Can here at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Okay, cousin, so I have been guided to stop by and give you a message today. It doesn't feel like it's going to be long, but again, you never know. Today, I am being guided to come by and to encourage you and to let you know that you are on the right path. What you are doing is correct. It may not always feel like it. It may feel very, very, very challenging. It may feel like the moment you decide to do the right thing, or the moment you decide to go a different direction or do something different or make changes in your life, that everything starts to go upside down. But I'm telling you that is how it works. That is exactly how it works. That's normal. Whenever you are deciding to change things, you're going against the current. That means you're doing something very different, and it's not normal. If you are doing different things, you can expect that you're going to have challenges, and that is okay. Just expect that and know that you are on the right path, and keep going. Keep going. I'm here to encourage you today. This is a message to encourage you and let you know that it's not easy to do the right thing. It's actually easier for us to continue to do whatever it is that we want to do. That's easy. Even though most people feel like they're living a tough life, they get the freedom to do whatever it is that they want to do. When you decide that you're going to follow that voice of spirit, you're going to answer the call. You're going to discipline yourself. You're going to start to do the things that you know you're being guided to do. That is difficult. It's a narrow path to righteousness. You know how it talks about in the Bible being on a narrow path of righteousness, but there's a broad road of destruction, death and destruction, and many people are on that road. That is very true. Most people in the world are living life however they want to live it. And we know because we've all been at that point. I know I've been at that point before where I was living however I wanted to live, and I didn't know any better. We just don't know any better. Not to judge other people. I don't necessarily like to call people wrong for what they're doing, because they're not wrong. They're just at a different level of awareness. And I know that I was at a level of awareness where I just didn't know, and I wanted to know. I wanted to have a better life. I just didn't know how to get to the point to where I am now. What I didn't know was that where I was then was just as important as where I am now. So if you are in a dark place, or if you're at a point in your life where nothing makes sense, or you're not sure where things are going or what's going on in your life, this part of your life or this part of the journey is just as important as you making it and succeeding. On the spiritual path, you could be in the heat of the frying pan. I can't remember her name. What's the lady that used to say that? It's a lady that used to read on YouTube. She used to say that. But, you know, you could be in a very, very, very difficult point in your life, and it can get really, really hard. And let me tell you, it's for your growth and for your development. That's what I want you to know overall. If you're going through a challenging time, you're learning something. Remember that. Remember that you're learning something. And when you get closer and closer to spirit, I'm telling you, you will be learning things every day. Everything you do will be a lesson. You can be washing the dishes and you'll get a lesson. You could be driving in your car and you'll get a lesson. You'll be doing just random things in your life and spirit will be speaking to you and through your experiences. So just pay attention and know that every tough and dark cycle will end. I always tell you all that nighttime will always turn into day. So if you're going through a dark period, you have to learn how to rest if you want to remain calm. When we fight and when we get aggressive or we get impatient and we start to sink down into that lower frequency, then that's when them boys come for you. I'm letting you know right now. Them boys will come for you. The destructive forces are there to destroy you. So just know that on this path of righteousness, we choose love not because we are weak. We choose love because it keeps us on a high frequency above any opposition. This is the reason why we choose love and understanding and wisdom. And we seek to learn from every experience instead of allowing experiences to destroy us or for us to destroy ourselves. I'll just be completely honest with you because a lot of times we're looking at our lives or observing the way that we feel, and we feel like there are forces outside of us that are destroying us. It could be family members, friends, people in our lives, or forces on the other side. Let me tell you something. As within, so without. Remember that on your path. As within, so without. Everything that is happening outside of you is a mere reflection of what's going on inside of you. And that's hard to digest because a lot of times, like I said, we're unaware and we don't know. So we can have experiences with people, but it's only a reflection how we feel about ourselves and how we're showing up in our own lives. So sometimes we can't see ourselves. And this is what I always say. When you can't see yourself, you'll always have a soulmate to show you. All right? Every person that you encounter in your life, no matter what their title is, they are your soulmate. Soulmates are our teachers. They're not your loving romantic partners. They are our teachers. Some of them are nice and pleasant and kind, like some teachers, and some of them are like the coach that will yell at you and treat you like trash, but you're learning. It's not so much about the treatment, it's about the lesson and how you need to learn. All right? So just remember that. Soulmates are teaching you. So if you have people in your life that are using you, that are not valuing you, then in some way, you're not valuing yourself. And there's an adjustment that needs to be made. If you have people in your life that are abusive to you, then in some way, you are abusive to yourself. You're allowing things to happen to you. You have to take accountability on this path. This is not the path where you can fake it and act like you're doing the work or read the book or do the prayer or do whatever it is. No. On this path, you have to match your vibration with the highest vibration of you at all times. That's how we reach the perfection. That's how we reach that perfection. We align ourselves, our lower self, which is our body, with our higher self, which is the greatest version of us that is one with spirit or one in Christ, all right? That Christ consciousness. And we align with that energy at all times. Now, it's not easy. There will be times when you feel like, you know what, I'm just not feeling it right now. Whenever you start feeling like that, whenever you start feeling like, you know what, I'm tired, I can't take anymore, then take a break. Take a break. You can take a break whenever you want. Whatever you're doing in your life right now, you have decided that this is what you want to do. Nobody is telling you that you have to get up and do certain things every single day. You're saying that you have to do that, so that's the reason why you do. Whenever you decide that I'm going to do something different in my life, then you can change that. And I'll give you this example. If you're working on a job right now and you say every day, I have to go to this job, or even in your business, I have to get up and work, then you will have to continue to get up and work. But if you say, you know what, I'm going to look for a different job. This job is too demanding. It's not good for me anymore. It's too much for me. I'm going to find a different job. And you start going to apply for different jobs, you're going to find a different job. Now, is it going to be perfect at the new job? No, but you'll get a relief from the old job and you'll be in a whole nother reality with a whole nother job. And it's the same with your business. If you have a business that is very demanding, you are signing up for everything that you are doing. When you're a business owner, you know that you are creating your own schedule. Nobody is creating your schedule for you. And if you're saying, I have to do all of these things, I have to make sure that I get up and work or record or do these things every day. Listen, it's your call. Create a system that works for you. You don't have to do what you're doing every single day in order to be effective. When you are connected to spirit, you're allowing spirit to flow. So you don't have to work so hard. I even heard this myself. We should only be working 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day is plenty. Anytime you go over 2 hours of work a day, then you start to feel stressed out. And this is for men and women. All right? Women, if you have a man in your life and he's constantly working all the time, a lot of times there's a lot of unresolved issues there that this man is not one to deal with. So he wants to work all the time. As a woman, you can't tell a man to stop working because he only feels fulfilled if he's working and he's doing something. But it is our job as the helper to help him to understand that he is valuable even if he is not working himself to death. That he can rest and he can allow spirit to move in ways that he never could move. Sometimes we have to remind the man of that. And sometimes you don't even have to say it, just be that. Be that restful person in his life that he can see. Be that woman that is not always overwhelmed. Be the woman that is calm. And at first he may see it like, oh, well, it must be nice. You always calm and you don't have as much to do and I got so much to do and you don't. That's how they feel at first. But then eventually, spirit will move in their life and they will get it. They will see that they don't necessarily have to push as hard. They're doing that to themselves for whatever reason. And then spirit will also guide them and help them to see why they are working so hard. A lot of times, it's because there's a lot going on within the man that he just doesn't want to deal with. And working and always keeping the mind busy and stimulated will keep him away from feeling. Women, we have no choice. We have to deal with our feelings a lot of times. So, people will think that women are chaotic or whatever, but we always are emotionally up and down all the time. And we learn how to regulate our emotions. But men, a lot of times, they don't do that. That's just not what they do. They just don't want to deal with the emotional thing. They're more logical. And that's just the way they were created to be. And that's fine. It's not wrong for them to be like that. But we are in a time where we're learning to balance that masculine and feminine within ourselves. And that goes for men and women. So we're learning, women, also how to rest and nurture ourselves. Because a lot of us women have been in our masculine. And for the men, they're learning the same lesson. That it is okay for you to nurture yourself and love yourself and not push yourself and work yourself to the point to where you're so exhausted that you can't even think straight. It's not going to make you a better person. It's not going to help you to get to the highest and greatest version of yourself if we're constantly working. And this is the reason why Spirit is guiding everybody to rest. Everybody is just feeling like, I just need rest. One of our cousins on a live the other day, she said, cousin, I just feel like I just need to sleep, honestly. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. It is okay for you to go to sleep. Take one full day and just go to sleep. If you can, if you really can, then take a few days and just sleep. Just lay in your bed, stretch your body out and don't get up. You don't have to. You don't have to. And if you have a job, you say, okay, I have to go to work. I need to go to work. Okay, but you have off days. Everybody has off days. What are you doing on your off days? When you're off from work, are you still finding more work to do? When you're off from work, are you thinking about going back to work? When you're off from work, are you partying, hanging out, having other people in your space? Are you taking that time to be by yourself and nurture yourself? One of those days that you're off, you need to be nurturing yourself if you want to be able to make it. Because it's going to be very difficult for you to continue to push yourself and be successful, and you're not loving yourself. It's going to be very hard for you. All right. So we are being given the opportunity to rest. And it's so beautiful when you allow it, because I know how I used to be. I used to be the type I used to work hard, cousin. I used to work so hard. And when Spirit granted me the opportunity to rest, at first, it felt like a punishment. I'm not even going to lie to you, cousin. I'm telling you the truth. I felt like, well, what did I do wrong? Why am I being blocked? Because I am very connected, spiritually. So I'm like, why am I being blocked? But I didn't realize at the time that I actually was being given the opportunity to rest. And when Spirit started to reveal that to me, I'm like, oh, okay. So what am I supposed to do? And I started going to the mountains, and I started going to the park, and I started going walking. I used to be at the park walking early in the morning with the elderly people. You know how older people go and walk at the park early in the morning? When I first started my little 3-year solo journey, I used to be at that park every single morning, walking at the park, sitting near the lake, going into the mountains. Now I'm being guided to connect more with myself. I went through years of connecting with Spirit and being in nature and being in the elements and things like that. And now at this point, I'm learning how to just sit with myself and not need to be anywhere, not need to do anything, but just sit and get to know who I am, how I feel, what I want. It's a beautiful opportunity. It's a beautiful opportunity because not many people will experience this rest. There are people that have come before us. We know that they never knew what rest was. For many of us, we know that family members that come before us, they never had rest. They had to work. And now, at this day and age, we're being given the opportunity to rest, and we won't take it. It's our time. It's not only time for us to receive the financial abundance and all of the success and all of the things. It is also time for us to receive rest and peace, because that is your wealth. That is the key to your success, because it does you no good to have all of the things that you want, and then inside you're agitated and irritated and moving fast and frustrated, or always feeling like you're on the go. You're not really successful at that point, because your body is not happy. So it's out of alignment. Body, soul, spirit. It's out of alignment. When you're in the flow, then the spirit, the soul, and the body are in alignment, okay? It's time to rest. Enjoy the fact that you can rest. And know that everything is going to be okay. We're learning how to trust in the flow of letting go and trust in our Creator to take care of us. This is the way it was supposed to be the whole time. We have been conditioned to believe that we have to work so hard to get everything that we want. But I'm here to tell you that our Creator wants us to rest, and knowing that we're going to be taken care of. Do we have work to do? Absolutely. Absolutely. We do have work to do. But it shouldn't feel like we are so tired and so stressed out that we are fed up with life. That's not what our Creator wants for us. We're supposed to live an abundant life. We're supposed to be bringing heaven to earth. Heaven to earth is peaceful. It's peaceful. There's nothing to worry about. And we're learning that too. And I say we because we're a collective. I'm learning with you. I'm right there with you. And if you're going through a challenging time right now, a lot of times it's just time for you to let go. It's time for you to let some things go. Because the longer you hold on, the more you hold on, the harder it's going to be. It's time to get on that path of least resistance, where you don't have to worry. But that's a choice. We're here making choices. I always tell you all, you're here to make observations and make adjustments. So you observe the people in your life. You observe your thoughts. You observe your behaviors. You observe everything. This is why you have a body. This is why your soul incarnated into a body, because now you have the ability to observe, to feel, to think, to do things in the human form that you cannot do when you're in the spirit. So you're here having this human experience. Observe your life and then make adjustments, because you can do that. You can do that. If you say you cannot, then you will not. But when you understand that whatever it is that's going on in your life, you can control it, you'll start having more control, you'll start having more power, and you'll start to connect to the spirit of peace. Peace is a spirit. It's a force. It's connected to the source of all love. Okay? If you want peace in your life, then that is a choice. There are choices that you have to make in order for you to connect to that flow of peace. Nobody's going to come in your life and save you and be your peace. And that goes for men and women. Nobody is responsible for bringing peace in your life. You have to bring peace into your life and into your reality. And if you're piling things up on your plate and piling things up on yourself and saying, oh, this is how life has to be for me, I'm never going to be able to rest. I can't rest. I got things to do. Well, guess what? You're not going to find somebody to come in your life and then bring you peace. What you're going to do is get a peaceful person and they're going to irritate you. That's going to be your soulmate. They're going to irritate you because you're going to be like, well, why are you so peaceful and calm? That's what they're going to do, It's what it is. You decide. What do you want? And don't accept this is the way it has to be for an answer. That's not an answer. It's never the way it has to be. It's whatever you say it's going to be. That's how it has to be. If you say you want peace in your life, what in your life needs to be removed in order for you to have peace? It's not going to be easy. It's going to be challenging. If it was easy, then everybody would be peaceful and we would be in this peaceful, blissful place. But that's not the reality here on this planet. We're in school. We're here learning in Earth School. We're learning. So if you want peace, then you choose peace. Sometimes you're going to have to tell people no. Sometimes you're going to have to tell people, I don't have it. I don't have it. I have nothing to give. And be okay with them being upset with you. Sometimes you're not going to be able to answer your phone. Some people are choosing to live in the lifestyle they're living in. They're choosing that lifestyle. They don't want to change. You don't have to be connected to them. That's your choice. It's your choice. If you say, well, I have to be connected to this person, I have no choice. Okay, well, that's your choice. And not making a choice is making a choice. I just want to let you know that. If you're not making choices in your life about the people in your life, you're making a choice to keep them. Be clear about that. Be clear about that. Because nothing should be more important than you and your peace. Because you have to carry yourself through this life. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect that inner child within you. And if you are ever granted the opportunity to separate from any person, place, or thing that is disconnecting you from your peace, I would advise you to do it. I can't tell you to do it, but I would advise it. I would advise it. And I'm not telling you to do something that I'm not doing. I'm doing it right now. I'm living what I'm saying. I'm practicing what I am preaching and teaching. I'm telling you the truth. And that's how it is on the spiritual path. When you're connected to the source, you got to be 100% what you say you are. This is not like religion where you can say that you are one thing and then you're something else. No, you have to be who you say you are. And in this new world, with the new leaders here on this planet, we're getting tested and tried. Let me tell you, before you go and help anybody, you're going to first have to save yourself. That's the prerequisite. You have to save yourself. You have to heal yourself. You have to connect the spirit for yourself. And then you can go and help others. It's not enough to have the look. You have to be a vibrational match. If you're a leader, then you have to lead by example. People that lead by example, those are the true stars. Those are the true stars. We're seeing the stars that are falling, these so-called stars, celebrities. They're falling because they can't lead by example. Just telling you the truth. When you connect to certain things and entities and energies and industries, you have to do whatever it is that you are told to do. You're part of a system. But the leaders in the new world, we're not a part of this system. We're bringing a new system here. And in the new world, in the new system, there's rest. You don't have to sell your soul. You don't have to sell yourself. You don't have to do anything. Everything that you do is because you want to do it. And it's not only good for you, but it's good for all life. And when you are a restful, peaceful person, that's good for everybody. And if you want your life to change, start following that voice of spirit. Follow that voice of spirit. And when the time comes, because it's going to come, I'm telling you, when the time comes for you to move. This is how you change your life. This is how you get to your highest version. When it's time to go, you go, and you don't look back. That's how it is. Okay? I love you. You're going to be fine. You're going to make it through whatever it is that you're going through. You already know I'm here. If you need support, ladies, join us in spiritual alignment class. If you want to begin your healing and transformation journey, join us in spiritual alignment class. If you're already on your healing and transformation journey, join us in spiritual alignment class. You have support, okay? And spiritual alignment class will help you with developing new habits so you can become the person that you want to be and that you were destined to be. It is your destiny to succeed. It is your destiny to live your best life and to connect to the highest and greatest version of you. That is your destiny. Now, we are always on the path of becoming. We're always on the path of becoming. But just know that you have support along the way. Okay? And if you hear my voice, you have support. You just have to take some steps. And you have to make some choices. Because I'm going to tell you, regardless if you make the choices or not, I'm going to make the choices for me. I'm going to do it for me. Because it's not about me. I have to do the things that I need to do so that I can be here for all of you. You doing the things that you need to do is going to put you in a position to where you can be there for the people that are depending on you. This is what we're here for. This is what life is all about. Overcoming the challenges, moving forward, and being a clear and pure vessel for the spirit to flow, the goodness and light into this planet. We're not focusing on the dark forces. We're not focusing on what is happening in this world, destructive forces. That's always going to be. That's always going to be for now. Okay? I'll just say that. For now. We have to deal with that. But we are bringing in the new energy, then we focus on that. And you keep moving forward. You keep moving forward. Downgrade or downsize if you have to. Maybe you don't need so much. There's some things maybe you don't need. Maybe you're working so hard because you have too many things to pay for. You have too much to do. You put too much on your plate. Take some things off. You can do that. Send some things back. You can do that. I've done it before and I'll do it again. Okay? Sometimes you're working hard because you have too many things to pay for. Cut some of those things off, cut it down. I have done it and I will continue to do it in my life. You have to be okay with cutting things away that no longer serve you in order for you to be free and light. We're here to evolve, but you have to be light. Okay? All right, cousin, I love you so much. All is well. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're on the right path. Keep going. Follow that voice of spirit. Get in the element so you can get that healing that you need. I don't care if it's just sitting in front of the window, getting a few minutes of sunlight, whatever it is, taking your baths, whatever it is you're being guided to do. Make sure that you're taking time to connect with spirit because you'll know everything that you need to do. And when you get the opportunity to do it, move. All right? I love you so much and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.